Ooh, welcome. My name is Mari Javed Payne, and I am here to share a little bit more about brain spotting phase one and phase two trainings. So, in phase one, this is an introductory course, 3 days, where we're going to be talking about the core foundations of brain spotting, the standards of care for people who are practicing brain spotting, as well as research that supports the efficacy and use of brain spotting, as well as 4 different setups that you'll be learning to work with people with a wide variety of conditions. Something that you'll see with brain spotting is that it is highly, highly applicable to so many different conditions and issues. So, people who are struggling with trauma, PTSD, performance problems, or somatic conditions, mental health conditions such as anxiety, depression, ADD, ADHD, chronic pain, and chronic illness, even can benefit from brain spotting. And we're going to be really talking about the neurophysiology of how brain spotting works and supporting each of you in getting a chance to practice with partners in your practicums with the different setups, as well as watching several different demonstrations with a volunteer of doing a brain spotting session. So the phase one training really gives you a very good foundation to launch with and go into your practice with a handful of new techniques and hopefully a whole new foundation of how you think about doing therapy. In phase two, we highly recommend that if you work with people who have dissociation, higher levels of dissociations, complex PTSD, and more and more complexity, that you also take phase two training. We often hear from our trainees that after they completed phase two, they felt a sense of fullness or completeness in their understanding of what brain spotting is. And we're going to be teaching you 5 more skills in phase two to support people who are struggling with higher levels of dissociation and need that extra resourcing and support. So, in phase two, we also go much deeper into the brain science and the science behind the eyes and the science of what is a brain spot and assisting people with a more advanced resource model. So, in phase one, we introduce a resource model to work with folks, but in phase two, we're going into a much more advanced level of working with resource for people who need that level of support. So, with that, I just wanted to give you some background information if you're curious about learning brain spotting. And we really, really hope to see you in the community and to learn this modality to totally transform your practice as it has for me, for my clients, and for the brain spotting community at large. We've seen so much healing happen with those modalities. So, talk to you soon. Take care.